Hello, in this video you'll learn a bit about getting started with Ethereum in C# and .NET 9 specifically, although other .NET versions would be applicable here, as well as .NET Framework. Basically, we'll try to connect and get some balance from some kind of an address. The main thing here is the actual address and how we are getting that. This is what you are seeing here is Gnash. It's a tool that basically creates a sort of a test net, if you will, local test net. So you just download this program and you get all these sort of interactions of a blockchain on your own computer, so you don't need to basically fund your addresses from faucets and things of that nature, no additional interaction with testnets. You just get these addresses and you can use them for local development. Now, unfortunately, this is sort of going out of support. There are other tools available which, again, unfortunately, do not have a GUI. And for more of a beginner-friendly environment, this is still certainly quite valid, and you can certainly use it until it, well, doesn't work anymore. But the good thing, again, is you download it, you have a GUI, so it's very easy to access the mnemonic words, the addresses that you need, play around with them. It certainly still works, so it is a great place to sort of get started. Now, as for the C# code itself, we will be using something called Ethereum project. So it's ethereum.web3, the package that we need to use. This is quite well supported. Updates are being provided. It works, and it works quite well, I would say. So certainly a library to go to if you need to develop something Ethereum related, not just simple Ethereum transactions, something like that, but interacting with smart contracts and things of that nature. This would be a good choice as well. It is certainly usable and it certainly works. So Ethereum.web3 and Ganache would be the tool where we get that local testing environment. Of course, you can test with all kinds of other test nets. It is just a bit easier if you're just only getting started to familiarize yourself with it, and then maybe move on to different tools or different arrangements for that. So the code itself, this is just a basic setup where we will get a balance from the blockchain, essentially. For that, we need to, of course, use Ethereum Web3. That was the library we installed, the package we installed, and for that we first need to construct it. So we construct it and then we provide the address for that, well, testnet, the local one in this case. Obviously, if you'd be using something else, you would provide a different address. If you buy some kind of a node or something, of that nature, you would put that address that would be provided, probably with some key and things of that nature. So all kinds of options are available. Basically, you just set your URL, whatever you are targeting, and then you get to work. So you construct this and everything in it will have everything from sending transactions to getting all those RPC interactions as well, which is what it is for getting the balance. Now, after that, we get the low address that we pull from Ganache, so it's all locally, there's no interaction with the network or anything like that. Great thing to have. And then getting the balance itself. So to get the balance, we need to send that request. We basically send the RPC request to get the balance, and then we get the actual balance. For that, we'll use ETH, specifically ETH, get balance, send request to sync. We get the result. Obviously, we provide the address for that. Now, the way we get the result is quite a bit more interesting, perhaps. We do get it in way, which is sort of, you might even say, if you're not familiar with the whole thing, you might even say it's like cents of Ethereum, right? So it's a smaller fraction of Ethereum, that is the way, and there are other ones as well. We're not going to get into that, but the point of it is you do not need to multiply it by something or divide it by something to get the result. Web3, an Ethereum Web3, it does contain a conversion tool. So it's going to be Web3 convert, and from way, it's just simple provide one value, get another, return a decimal, that's it. So you can convert it to ETH and to some other things. So if you go into converter, you can convert it from from unit or to big decimal, but mostly you're probably going to do it from way to convert it to Ethereum. So the converter does work, and it can be very useful. And generally, I would say it should certainly be used instead of doing your own calculations, because that has already been tested and decided, and it's less room for mistakes, basically. Now, after that, we get the Ethereum balance, and then we get the actual result. And again, if you do need perhaps a more wider range of options in your local network or something like that, do consider other options. But for beginners, definitely this ganache arrangement is quite good. You get all these different addresses, so you don't even need to click buttons to create new addresses or anything like that. Just download this, and again, it is going out of support, so you will see that mentioned everywhere. It is still usable, at least for these sort of basic arrangements, so certainly do try and check that out. And with that said, we will conclude this video.